First at 10, the people of Muskegon got their last chance to meet the two candidates vying to be the city's next public safety director. Both have strong roots in Michigan, and they're hoping after today the people are going to pick them to lead the department. Our Matt Whitkos is covering this for us today. He caught up with the two candidates to see what each brings to the table. Matt.
Tim Kozel and Derek Turner have extensive time in the public safety field. They both worked with the Kalamazoo Department of Public Safety, which handles police and fire services. I did some digging tonight and learned that Turner was reprimanded for the use of force of his time at Kalamazoo, something he addressed tonight.
My hope here in Muskegon is, I can bring and truly make an impact. What I mean by that is, I'm very big on relationship building.
Derek Turner and Tim Kozel are the two candidates looking to lead the Muskegon Department of Public Safety.
I've loved the public safety aspect of law enforcement. As I like to say, carrying a gun and a hose. So that's what interested me in applying for the position.
On Thursday evening, more than a dozen people had a chance to learn more about the two before one of them leads both the police and fire departments.
Day one's going to be nothing but listening. I need to understand what challenges people are facing. I need to understand what concerns people have. And that goes not only internally but externally, right?
I'll be drinking from a fire hose for a while, trying to get to know as much as I can about the departments, because it's not just the police and fire, but it's also inspections. It's also a safe build. Yeah, I have oversight over it.
Turner is currently the police chief at the Mobile Airport Authority in Alabama. But back in 2017, he was given a reprimand after a use of force incident during his time at Kalamazoo, when he grabbed a man by the throat for a short time during a confrontation before that man was taken into custody, a situation he discussed with Fox 17 on Thursday.
Well, I can tell you that what I would say about that is, having been through that situation, an improper use of force, not excessive, but improper, I understand the dynamics that go through in a critical situation. So I can speak to my staff about what that looks like. How do we train to avoid that, in a sense? And going back to day one, those relationships are important. Those are so important because when that type of thing happens, they will know who we are as a department and trust our character.
Kozel, meanwhile, is currently leading the Ludington Police Department. A few years ago, he did lead the Manistee Public Safety.
You need to give time to both divisions. They need to know that you're part of them, that you trust. They have to build the trust within the fire department with the public safety directors.
All across the nation, both public sectors are desperately looking for recruits. Turner and Kozel agree they're ready to do what they can to bring people to Muskegon.
Maybe it's a situation where we have to, we'll put them through, we'll train them, Then you can start looking at trying to hire, people that are growing up here in the city.
It's not just us seeking that talent. And how do we keep that talent if we get them? And how we develop them. So that's important. So really, for me, it's going to be about recruiting and retaining that talent that we want.
The two candidates spent most of the day meeting community leaders and stakeholders. We'll update you when we learn who Muskegon picks to lead the Department of Public Safety, both on air and online. In the newsroom, I'm Matt Whitkos, Fox 17 News.